Hello Scorpio, it's January 1st and I'm here to give you your January 2020 reading. I mixed the cards off camera, but I'll do it once on camera just for good measure. I'm going to be doing a horseshoe relationship spread that does the past, present, future, 3 months to 4 months out, and then 12 months out. And then I'll do a one-on-one relationship spread with you and a specific person in mind. And then I have oracle cards from Spirit for a bird's eye view of the situation. And then I have sex oracle cards. And then I have oracle cards from a specific person if you have one on mind. And then just general angel cards for advice to you. And I'm going to get started with the horseshoe spread here. Okay, and just an FYI, this row is your past, present, 3 to 4 month future, you in the current situation, your environment, your hopes and or your fears, and then your 12-month outcome. Alrighty. So in your past situation, we have the 9 of Swords, and then we have Artemis, Goddess of the Light. So the 9 of Swords is typically about being in your head and being anxious, having trouble sleeping, overthinking something, but you have it upside down, so it might be that you finally started to let go of some of those feelings. You've got it here paired with Artemis, the Goddess of Light, so she's normally a pretty, I guess, a card you would like to see. It's not a negative card. She's also known for her ravishing beauty. She's also a hunter. So maybe there was a situation that you were chasing, and you were overthinking it, and you finally decided maybe you want to let go of that kind of situation. Okay. So in the present situation, we got the 4 of Swords reversed, and Aries, warmongering. Alrighty. So in the present situation, it looks like you might have been taking time to rest and think, trying to visualize what you want in your life. You know what you don't want, so it was time to figure out what you do want, and only you are the one that could figure it out for yourself. And it looks like you might have either resisted that time to think, or maybe you're done thinking. You felt like you've done it enough. And it seems like one of the things you were thinking about was that you're done fighting. You don't want to fight. There's so many other things to do with your time that are gonna be useful to you and bring you good stuff. Why are you gonna choose to be in situations that are gonna bring fighting, and where you have to be always like ready on edge with a sword in your hand, looking for who's going to stab you next? You don't want to be in that kind of situation anymore. Okay, this is your 3 to 4 month future. We got the 6 of Pentacles, and then we got Chiron, woundedness. So generally the 6 of Pentacles is about imbalance in a relationship, giving more to one than the other. But actually, because it's paired with this Chiron, woundedness, upside down, I kind of think maybe there might be a situation that you're going to actually start to bring balance to and heal. Chiron is the wounded healer. He could heal anyone except himself. So I think you're going to be trying to fix the situation and bring balance to it. There could have been some sort of romantic debt that you needed to pay. Maybe you're going to be paying it now. Maybe you're just going to be putting in the time and effort that you need to. Yeah. Okay, so this is how you feel, Scorpio, in a nutshell. So we got the card Eros, desire, and then we got Knight of Cups. So, Eros is the god of passion, sex, creativity, and beauty, because if you're in one of his creation stories, he's the daughter of Aphrodite. And then we got here the Knight of Cups, which is, cups are about emotions, creativity, spirituality. So it looks like you are feeling, I guess you're feeling pretty sexy right now. You feel worthy, you feel spiritually fulfilled. Okay. So this is your environment. It's not necessarily something you can control, but the weather outside does determine if you're going to go out, stay in, or put on a raincoat and go out anyways. So we got the Ace of Swords in your environment, and we got Dionysus merrymaking. So in your environment around you, it looks like there's a lot of people partying around you and having a good time. It also looks like there's a lot of truth around you. People aren't lying anymore. So both of these combined seem like a pretty good environment if you are looking for love, because getting out mingling with people is a way to I'm sorry, let me check on my cat. Okay, yeah, so my cat wanted to go out. He didn't want to look out the window, he wanted to be outside. Anyways, yeah, so it looks like you have a good environment around you if you're looking for love. Sometimes, you know, cards will show like, you know, there's fighting or, you know, not a lot of money. So, but here, I mean, it looks like everyone's happy, there's truth, so it's a good situation if you are seeking love in your environment. Okay, so next we have your hopes and or your fears. So we got the Page of Pentacles, and then we got the God of Light, Apollo. So Apollo is represented by the light of the sun, not the actual sun, but the light. And the light is what brings nourishment to the plants and life to earth. And it's upside down. So it's kind of like, also with this being paired Page of Pentacles, it's kind of like you're worried about a situation that maybe you won't have enough money for love, or someone might not be supportive financially with your love situation. You're worried about maybe being with someone that might be irresponsible with money. One time I got this card and it was a lady who was very into gambling. So it could be, you know, you're worried about someone that just doesn't know how to manage their money. They might have it, but like as soon as it's in their door, it's already out of their wallet again. So there could be times in the past maybe people were using you for money, more than like loving you the way you wanted to be in an equal partnership. And that's might be why you're afraid of it. Afraid of that kind of environment. Alrighty, so next we have your 12-month outcome. We got the Knight of Pentacles, and then we got Pluton, Underworld, like Pluto, Hades, Hell. It's an interesting combination. The Knight of Pentacles is normally the slowest moving of all the knights. He does offer stability because as slow as he is to get there, he's not going to be pulling away that fast either. He is money focused. He's worried about things, materials, and money. His pentacles. And you got that paired here with Hades Hell, so it's kind of like in the I know it's not the outcome you necessarily want to hear for 12 months. I guess that would be January 1st next year. You might be in a situation that might be moving too slow, and it might be kind of like a living hell for you. Yeah, I could pull a few more cards to see if I can get anything else on that. Okay, so I pulled 2 more cards. We got the Nine of Wands, and we got the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so at least it seems like you're going to be in a situation 12 months out from now where you're fighting what you're supposed to be doing. You're not letting destiny take its course. You're pulling the steering wheel and going in a direction that it wasn't meant for you. and it looks like you're going to be really struggling and tired. You're going to feel like you tried it 9 different times, and you're going to keep trying it again, but you're trying to see if the 10th time is the charm, and it might not be the charm. Yeah. So the good news is this is 12 months out from now. So if this is a future that you do not want to have, you have the power now to change the course. It's actually quite difficult. I guess Scorpio's the one to try it though. To fight the Wheel of Fortune. When it happens and you can't do anything about it. But it seems like you're going to be trying to pull that wheel in a different direction. So if there's a change that's coming, you might want to go with the flow. And if you find that you're going in a situation where it's starting to give you a whiff of hell, you might want to say, well, you know what? I know where that path is going to lead, so I'm going to try to, not go down that road. Okay. So that is your general forecast for romance. Let me put these cards away, and I will shuffle them, and then I will give you cards for a one-on-one relationship spread. Just give me a second so I don't bore you with all the shuffling on the camera. Alright, I shuffled these off camera, but I'll do it once more on camera for, your viewing pleasure. Cut deck. Alright, so next we're going to do a one-on-one spread if you have a specific person on mind, whether they are necessarily with you or not currently connected to you. Okay, so typically this on the left side is you, the current, and then on the right side is the person you're thinking of. And then we have your past, present, and future shared energy between you guys. So it looks like you have been confused, but that confusion might be over now. There were some choices that you could have made. You were trying to decide what were the good ones, what were the bad ones, and you finally made the best choice that was for you, and now you feel like you're victorious. For your partner, okay, so your partner looks like they have some secrets. We got Carisa secrets, and then we got Ace of Wands. So it looks like your partner has a lot of energy and they're looking to start something new, but they have some sort of secret. It's interesting. It's like if this was paired with like the Ace of Swords, I would feel better about it, like the secret was, exposed or, shared. But it's like they're keeping that secret in and they just want a new beginning anyways. They just want to keep moving forward, start something new, travel, move around, do things that engage their passion, their heart. And, if someone does ask them about the secret, they're just going to kind of be like, whatever, get off me, without even saying whatever the secret is. Okay. And if you do feel like you need to flip these, you can. It's a general reading, so it has to accommodate a lot of different Scorpio stories. So the past shared energy. We kind of have a lot of wands here. So we got the King of Wands reversed, and we got water nymphs. So the King of Wands between the page, the knight, and then the king, he's like the master, he's the superior of, the court cards. Since he's the wands, he's the master of travel, passion, getting things done, following his heart. But it's upside down, so it's like you're kind of in this shared energy. It's like you guys are suppressing that aspect. Yeah. So there could also be some sort of force in the situation. Like something was forced that shouldn't have happened. I typically associate the kings with marriage material, but since he's in the upside down space, maybe he hasn't been, the shared energy between you was not like a marriage material kind of feeling. It was like the dark side of the king. And with the water nymphs in your past, your shared energy, this card does come up a lot in relationship spreads. It's like you're drowning in your emotions. Something happened. You were told a sweet story. You wanted to believe it, and you just kind of dove deep into that story. So deep that, you forgot that you had to take care of yourself and breathe. Okay, so now we have the present shared energy between you guys. We got the Knight of Wands reversed, and we got Artemis, Goddess of the Light, again. So, from the king, we're going down to the knights. So it kind of feels like there's more of a flighty energy going on now. Maybe even though he was a bad king, he was there stably in the past, but now he's more in and out. He's not wanting to stick around. He might come back when he might come back when he gets hungry and he needs a place to sleep, but he might not always be there. It could be she too. Yeah. And it's upside down with Artemis, Goddess of the Light again. And like I said, she was known for her ravishing beauty. It's kind of like he wants to chase the next ravishing beauty. He might not see the beauty in the situation right here. He's looking to hunt for his next target. Alright, so now we have the future shared energy between you and your person. We got the King of Cups, and then we got Hephaestus, workmanship. So, from what I remember from this card, I could read it if I need to, but I think I remember it correctly. This god wasn't known for he wasn't known for ravishing beauty. He was kind of ugly, but he was really damn good at what he did, skill-wise. And then you got that card paired here with the King of Cups, which is a better energy. Now that it starts set up, the king, maybe whatever kind of fussiness that was going on in the relationship kind of flips back onto this right side up. The king is in control of his emotions. He has emotions, and he expresses them in a healthy way. He's also like the master of creativity, spirituality, and heartfelt activities. So I'm going to go ahead and read this. Hephaestus was not a handsome or beautiful like so many of the gods in Olympus. In fact, he was ridiculed for his physical imperfections, but he reminds us of the value of workmanship, ingenuity, and perseverance. His mother discarded him for his ugliness, but was such cunning that he trapped her on a golden throne that he cleverly forged. Only after he had been given to Aphrodite's hand in marriage did he release his mother, and won respect on Olympus. As a blacksmith, Hephaestus had legendary skills. All the important mythical equipment on Olympus, including intricate metalwork, weapons, and magical tools, was fashioned by him. Zeus himself depended on him for his thunderbolts and scepter. Hephaestus had strength, talent, and craftsmanship. Such potential lies before you now, and there may be an opportunity to create something special with your hard work, perseverance, and maybe even skills you didn't know you had. Okay, but this card is upside down for you. So it's like, the emotions might be back, but there might not be a physical component. Like, you might not be taking the actions that you need to work on the relationship at the point, but you'll feel better about it. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pull some cards from Spirit to see what their bird's eye view of your romantic situation is going on. And I'll shuffle this on the camera. Okay, so generally when the cards are upside down, I'll tend to think of that as it's either blocked, the opposite of, or to the extreme. Something about that message needs to be modified, and we'll go through that as we figure it out. So we got balance. One person is giving too much into this relationship. Don't dismiss the red flags here. Stability. This relationship can stand the test of time. Addiction. An addiction is affecting this relationship. Protected. You are safe and divinely guided. Interference. An external party is intruding on the relationship. Marriage. This relationship is moving towards a sacred union. Okay. So most of these, I pushed, okay, that's normal, I guess. Most of these, I'm going to see the upside down ones as to the extreme, except for this marriage one, where it's the opposite. So yeah, it looks like the oracle cards from Spirit are saying there's not a lot of balance in the situation. You do see the red flags and you know they're there, and you keep ignoring them. So it's up to you to decide how bad is bad enough. Is it when the person takes your credit card? Is it when the person, I don't know, they kick your dog? Is it when they pull your arm and then you like sprain your wrist? Like what is bad enough? What is crossing the line? Don't give them a free pass just because you know them and because you've been with them for so long. If you wouldn't accept that behavior from a new date, why are you accepting it from your current loved one? If they really loved you, they wouldn't hurt you. That's for sure. You could also, if you do want to work it out, tell that person with certainty what is too much and where the line should not be crossed and what you're not going to accept. We have addiction here, so I don't know if you or your partner are addicted to substances, drinking, drugs, gambling, power, video games. Something is taking too much time and space in their life, and it's not letting them have a healthy life, and because they're unhealthy, that unhealthiness spills into their relationship. So Spirit is trying to protect you from the worst of the situation, and it looks like there could be other people in the situation that are interfering. It could be people who are associated with the addiction that are saying, no, it's okay, it's alright to be like this, it's not that big of a deal. And they're validating the person in their unhealthy ways. And then they might even see that you are the problem and not recognize the problems in the other person. And that's okay, because if that's what they believe, they can believe it, but you don't have to be part of that mess. You know, they're entitled to their life and their opinions, but yeah, I mean, it's not, if it's not for you, then, you know, it's not something that you need to listen to. Okay. I know we're in something dark, so I'll go into these cards because they're a little lighter. In case you are curious or interested, I have these cards, Eros Kiss cards, that have very soft and very hardcore potential sex oracle cards that you or your partner might be interested in trying. You don't have to take them all, it's general reading. But if you were looking for something to try, here's some ideas for you, since it's a love reading. It's in the middle. Okay. Okay, so we got, you or your partner might be interested in one of these things. Call me God, Goddess, bondage, toys, endless pleasure, dancing, whether it's strip dancing in the bedroom or maybe starting the night at a club, dancing there, fecal play, pegging, humiliate me, inappropriate places, and cunnilingus. In inappropriate places is meant to be like, I don't know, the grocery store or a park or somewhere that you're not supposed to be having sex. It could be the thrill of getting caught that gets the person, you or your person, you know, on. And it looks like they do have some rather particular likes and dislikes, you know. Humiliation is a hard thing to give to someone if your partner is not willing to give it to you. But some people do really like the power dynamic. Yeah, and then pegging could involve the toys, you know, if someone wants to wear a strap-on and get pegged. But yeah, it looks like they do. There is a strong master-slave kind of dynamic that one of you guys wants to try. And cunnilingus is pretty straightforward. That's, you know, the word, if you know the word cunt and you know lingus, lingua, you know, that's oral sex to a female body. Okay. I think those are straightforward enough. Okay, if you have a specific person in mind, I'll pull some cards for you if you want to hear some of their thoughts. And then after that, we'll close it with some angel cards. These, or these, okay. Okay, so again, when the cards are upside down, I either see that as it's the opposite, it's blocked, or it's to the extreme. We'll try to figure that out. I wish you would come back. Some part of me knew. I don't react when people mention you. Sounds kind of cold. I can't do this. I am in a committed relationship. I hid who I really am from you. I wish we could go back. I don't know how to let you go. Please take care of yourself. So it seems like the person that you're thinking of is not in your life right now. They might have even physically moved on and they're in a new relationship, but they might not be fully emotionally with that person. They're with them just so they're not alone. I kind of think that they think they're not good enough for you, and that actually might be true based on some of the cards we've seen so far. You deserve better, and they want you to get that better, and that's why they're with someone else. They wish they could come back, but they know that you're not going to take them back. Yeah, these are both pretty much saying the same thing. Wish you could come back. And because they know that they can't come back, they're at least wishing you well. They still haven't let you go in their heart. I'll pull a few more cards just in case. Alrighty. So it seems like this person, they are admitting some of their faults, at least on the spiritual plane. I am not confident. I am passionate. I was weak. You are better off without me. Again, that's what they were saying up here pretty much. And I am a fool. So clearly the person you're thinking of, they done messed up. They still have those feelings for you again, but I guess they feel so much for you that they know it's better to let you go rather than face their weaknesses and confidence. Like if they were able to fix that part of themselves, they might feel worthy of you, but they can't. And that's why they believe it's better off without you. Okay. So let me pull a few of these angel advice cards. We have chakra clearing. Archangel Metatron, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometry shapes. Yeah, so if you have some bad energy still, whether you are single or with a person, it can only help you to clear out the negative energy from your body and from your space. You could try to do self-reiki, self-meditation for yourself and clear that energy out. Another component of this is if you start clearing out the energy within yourself, you could also take that to the physical plane and start cleaning your house, tidying up. I often find, like, when I feel bad, my house gets messy. It's like I don't want the energy to flow around my house, and I like the stagnation. I know that sounds weird, but as soon as I clear the house, I clean it, I organize, get rid of the junk, there's a lot more flow. And it almost sometimes at first, if I'm so used to the clutter, I might feel like I'm naked and missing my clutter, and I'm not used to having everything being so clean. The cleanness, the flow might be discomfortable because I'm just not used to it. I'm used to the mess. So it might feel weird, uncomfortable, unfamiliar to have the clearing, but I think it's the right thing to do. And once you're cleared in a few days, that will be your new normal, and that will be what you're used to. Topaz, forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger, and as it's holding your health and happiness, as it's blocking your health and happiness. So that is in line with that card. Yeah, forgiveness is not for the sake of the other person. Forgiveness is for you. So you could be selfish, and the fact is you don't want to carry around anger. Anger is a very heavy weight to have. Yeah. If you have Topaz, actually topaz, when I normally see it, I don't remember it being yellow, but yeah, if you have topaz, you could try to wear some to remind yourself to forgive for your benefit. Forgive and release. I guess topaz comes in different shades. Yeah. This card has come up a few times in my January readings. Builder. Your innate abilities to build and create brings you a sense of accomplishment. So once you're done clearing, maybe you could start working on a project. You know, start whittling with your hands, start building birdhouses, start working on jewelry. Do something to make you feel accomplished. Like you're doing something, making progress. Once you're in that more positive energy of getting something done, that energy can start spilling over to other aspects of your life, like your job or your romance life again. Like it's the momentum starts going and it spreads throughout your spirit. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So again, yeah, if you could find something that you're passionate about, say jewelry making, soap making, painting, art, singing, whatever makes you feel passionate, whatever strikes your heart, something that you want to do just for the sake of doing it, that energy, again, if you could tap into it, it will start spilling into all aspects of your life. Because once you open that can, you can't contain it. You're gonna be like, well, if I do that because I like it, then I'll do this because I like it, and it'll keep going. Perseus, courage. I'm less familiar with these cards because they're so big and I actually don't use them too often. I just can't hold them in my hands. Okay, we got Perseus, the myth. Perseus was the son of Danae and Zeus. King of Polydix fell in love with Danae and wanted to remove her protective son in order to pursue her. Polydix held a banquet and demanded that Perseus bring him the head of Medusa as a gift. Medusa was a gorgon, a female creature with sharp fangs and hair of snakes. Anyone who looked upon her face was turned into stone. Medusa was also a very powerful woman. Only by using his shield as a mirror could Perseus get close enough to Medusa to cut off her head. From her neck sprang forth a great mythical horse with wings. Perseus, the giant hero of Carisa, wielder of the golden sword. Medusa represents the deepest fears that hide in the caves inside us, and inner monsters that hold the power to turn us into stone. The head of Medusa represents a mask that, once cut off, allows her to take a new form of Pegasus, who became the horse of the Muses. It is because of that, whatever Pegasus strikes his hoof to the earth, the spring of inspiration flows up. The message. Perseus is here to remind you that the power that springs forth when you tear off the mask and hide your deepest fears. Those fears cease to be monsters and become magical creatures of inspiration. If you have drawn this card today, it may be that you're experiencing some fear in your life that is keeping you paralyzed and unable to make a forward progress. The only way to defeat your inner fears is to use a mirror. Face your fears and they will spring forth as the new life within you. Fear does not magically vanish because the mind tells it to do so. Feeling will follow action. It may be necessary to understand where your fear is coming from and why it is not productive to hold on to it. Ultimately, we have to face our fears and feel frightened until we move forward. Only then can we truly allow new feelings and outcomes into our lives. Take action now regarding your fears, and life will open up to you. I know that was kind of long. I normally don't use this deck or this book, but yeah. So it looks like another piece of advice to you is to face your fears. Name your fears and face them. Alright. I'll pull these last two cards for you just in case. I'll pull two cards about timing if you have a question about when something will happen. One card will be card A, one card will be card B. You could either ask two questions or pick between A and B for your answer. So one of your answers is 12 months, and the B is October. A is 12 months, B is October. Okay, so Scorpio, thank you for being here, and I hope this was helpful to you. I'll post another one next month. Thank you.